Hey guys, Carla with Opening Chocolate here. Good to see you again. I am doing a bar bits video today for you about this bar from Belive chocolate. It is their Tien Giang bar, and I want to tell you a little bit about Vietnamese cacao and the area where this is grown. So that might be something interesting to talk about while you're doing a tasting. So Giang is a province in the Mekong Delta. It's in southwestern Vietnam, around Ho Chi Minh City, and it is where the Mekong River empties into the sea through a network of tributaries. The area is huge. It's over 40,000 square kilometers, and sometimes it is covered in water and sometimes it is not, depending on the season. And that's what makes it such a great farming area. It's also a huge area for fishing, as you can see from the picture on the bar itself. So the picture on this bar relates to the province, and it's one of the places where they catch the most fish in the most commercial fishing in Vietnam. Humans have occupied this area since the 4th century BC, but as you know, Vietnam has had a lot of political unrest as an area, and it has been occupied by a variety of different states, colonized, occupied, choose your term, Chinese, French, Soviets. They've all kind of left their footprint behind, unfortunately, some in good ways, some in not so good ways. For example, banh mi sandwiches, they're on a French baguette. So there's a small influence of the French, but also the French were the ones that brought cacao to Vietnam in the 1800s. It is not native to Vietnam, and they brought it much like they took sugar and other commodity crops all over the world. And the first recorded cultivation or farming of cacao that we have is by a Father Jeannot in the Bến Tre province. That was in the 1870s. Then we have records that say around 1907 that farmers should be discouraged from growing it because it is not a profitable crop. But we still get some records in the early 1900s of small amounts of cacao being exported from Vietnam. After the Vietnamese Civil War, where a lot of the plantations and farms were destroyed, there was a Soviet-Cuban agricultural exchange where they encouraged farmers to grow cacao. Cacao has a mature time until it will produce mature pods and enough pods to be profitable, and that's about 10 years. So the Soviet-Cuban agricultural exchange with Vietnam happened in the 1980s. 1989, the Berlin Wall falls, communism changes, Vietnam changes, and there's not the market they thought they were going to have for cacao. So cacao waned again. Then you have in the early 2000s, you have a university researcher who wants to do some research on growing cacao in the Vietnam, and he encourages planting. He gives people seedlings. He tracks to see which varietals grow best. And then you have this rise of farmers planting cacao again. But as the cycle goes, in 2008, 2009, you have the international economic crash. The price of cacao plummets. The farmers can see that planting other crops is more profitable for them, so they swap other crops out for their cacao, which are sometimes a lot easier to grow, like things like coconut. Very much easier to grow than cacao. So it wasn't the most recent revival came around in 2011 when you have another craft chocolate maker coming in and supporting Vietnamese cacao. So I think it's great that there's another Vietnamese at origin maker in Vietnam. I'm looking forward to seeing more Vietnamese cacao on the market. I think it's fantastic. And those are a few things that you can talk about when you're tasting a Belive chocolate, about the Mekong Delta, about what goes on the Mekong and the political unrest there and how it has shaped cacao growing in Vietnam. So that's my barbet video for this week. I hope that's some information you can use in your tastings. And if you have anything you want to tell me about Vietnamese cacao or about Belive, let me know in the comments and I will try and include it in upcoming videos or Instagram posts. And I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.